Hey guys, my name is Tiffany and I'm going to talk about The Walking Dead. First of all, this is the best show on TV. I think it's pretty incredible. It has a great plot. You know, the apocalypse. You know, people don't really think about what's going to happen. Like, if the world ended, what's going to happen. Like, I think it just shows a lot of realism to, you know, to what really goes on. It's not like everything's going to be all perfect. Not everyone's going to be holding hands. It's like everyone's going to be running around trying to figure out what do I do next.
Drinks with Geeks.
I would never want to be a walker because, like, I would hate to do that. Like, just please, just stab me in the brain and
I'll stab myself. If I know I'm dying, I will stab myself.
Yes.
This is a message to Tiffany's family and friends if she's ever a walker.
If I ever become a walker, please stab me in the brain immediately. I do not want to eat you. I am fine with just dying immediately because, like, I'm not about to walk the earth and kill innocent people, especially my family and friends. Hell no. Okay, just like take me out. But like I don't ever want to become a walker, but if that happens, that has to be what happens. That has to be the protocol, because
that's an admirable thing to do.
Yes.
That's an admirable thing to do.
Yes,
because people be like, no, I want to live. I don't care who I eat. No, it takes a bigger person.
Thing is, I'm not who
to
I
want to die.
Anymore.
To not hurt your family and friends.
Exactly. Like
I'm with you, girl.
Thank you. High five. Yes.
Oh, let's do this one. So we
yes.
What?
Yes. Zombie. That's what a walker is. That's what they call them in this universe, in this world. So basically, they just walk aimlessly, blindly eating people. So it's pretty terrifying, but it's crazy because it's like now in the show, it's like in the beginning you think that's like the worst thing, but now it's like other people are the worst thing. Like right now on season, I think it's season 7 or 8 or one of them, they have all these other groups who try to come out and attack the other. It's a crazy dog barking. Yeah, I guess he hears the show and he's like, what the hell is happening over here? But anyway. The walkers. You know, there's some dogs in the walker universe too, but like there's not many of them. And horses, they don't stand a chance in that show. There's been like, every time I see a horse in that show, they always get like taken down immediately. Except in the most recent season. So hopefully the horses will be able to, you know, survive in the future. There's a lot of people on the show. I mean, again, you think that there's really no one out there and that there's just a lot of walkers, but there's actually a lot of people who actually have managed to survive. And everyone's basically, a lot of people are just men for themselves. They just, you know, they do what they can to survive, and sometimes it's pretty evil what they do. Sometimes they work together. I think it seems like it's pretty rare for people to actually work together, but it's always nice when it's always it's true though. It's nice when you see that though in a show, when people can bond together and actually try to survive together. But people could be pretty vicious. Like, I mean, kind of a spoiler, but like in the last episode of the season, there was this crazy garbage people group that they trusted and then they double crossed them, and that was pretty messed up. Like, honestly, I even trusted them and then they just, but I should have known better not to trust that group. They're garbage people. They just look out for themselves. So, yeah. I don't know. Unfortunately, I guess I am too trusting. So I don't know how I'm going to make it out in the universe. I hope I get some like, oh hell no, I don't trust you unless you do something for me, if that was to ever really be reality. Yeah, it's a pretty great show. Love the whole cast. It was pretty heartbroken whenever a cast member dies. Like, it's sad, right? Like, remember when Glenn died? Like, that was horrible.
That's why I stopped watching.
Really? Yeah. A lot of people stopped watching after that. And then they really played with our emotions when, like, literally a year ago or whatever, in 2015, they, like, played with our hearts and they killed him off, and we all thought he was dead when he was behind the dumpster. I was crying. I think I threw something for sure. Like, what the hell? Like, I probably threw the remote somewhere. Like, no, why did they put him out like that? And then a year later, they literally kill him off in such a vicious, horrible way, using like freaking whatever, evil Negan used a wire bat to just bash his brains in. That was just so messed up. And how can they hurt us like that? People don't even watch the show anymore because of that. Because that was just so evil. Like, what? Like, he was such an amazing character. Like, he actually saved Rick. Glenn is like the best, you know? And it was hard to lose him off of the show. The show still continues, and I realized that, like, the show must go on once, because in this kind of world, not everyone's gonna survive. But damn, like, why they had to kill him off like that? That just was too much. Negan is just too evil, and I almost hope he gets like the same type of treatment he treated people using that damn bat. Like, I don't understand though. Like, in this season, he seems to have some sort of remorse towards rape, like, because one of the characters tried to rape Sasha. Spoiler alert, sorry. And yeah, I just find that interesting that he could bludgeon someone's brains out with a freaking wire bat, but he seems to have some sort of sensitivity towards rape. Which, I mean, just like, why can't he have a sensitivity towards what he does? Like, there's no sense in that. It doesn't make any sense. And yeah, Negan is an interesting, complex character. But I see that people like him. He's an interesting villain, you know? He's an interesting villain for the show. Like, I used to think the governor was bad. Like, damn. Like, what? This guy? Oh my gosh. Like, he's so much worse. I've never seen a villain like him. It's like, you like him and how charismatic in a way he is and how evil he is, but at the same time, you also hate him at the same time. It's a love and hate relationship. Although I think I mostly hate him, and I hope someone destroys him at some point. Like, I don't know, get like a walker herd or bulldoze him. Like, think of something really crazy to get rid of this guy, because he's just too much. Like, he has so much enjoyment in killing people. Like, I couldn't believe he just threw the doctor in the furnace that one time. Spoiler alert, sorry. I keep saying spoiler alert after I say it, but yeah, like when he like barbecued that doctor and he didn't really, I don't think he did anything, and it was a doctor that he killed from his group.
Oh, that's so sad.
Yeah, it's messed up. Like, he just gets rid of these characters. Like,
oh,
the governor. Oh, he was from a few seasons ago. Definitely not as bad as Negan, but he was crazy. He had like, at first you think, oh, he's a nice guy. He has this nice little town. What was it, Woodbury? And it was awesome. Like, you think like, oh, everyone is.
Ow!
But I remember, like, who was it? Michonne. She thought there was something off. She has a sixth sense or something. Yeah, she's like, nah, this is not cool.
Sir.
She could tell. Like, I remember everything was all good until you see they were having some sort of walker wars or something where they had the walkers like attacking people. That was weird. And then he had like a bunch of jars of heads of people that he killed, and he was,
yes,
yeah. Oh my, yes, it was crazy, right? Like, what is wrong with this man? And then he saved his daughter. Like, she was still a walker, and he had her on a chain.
Right?
Yeah,
it's ridiculous.
It was ridiculous.
Great dad.
1 hour later.
I can't believe, like, people have, like, just think they had these lives, you know? Like, sometimes you look at them and they're like, oh my gosh, they used to be this, they used to be that, and now they're just wandering the earth all aimless, killing people. Like, no, it's just terrible. Especially when you see somebody who you used to love and you used to care about, and you're, oh my gosh, like, just, now I'm thinking back to, what was her girl? Carol.
Are you snorting over
Carol's daughter. Like, her little girl, when they were looking in the forest for her, Daryl was just going in, looking everywhere, all over the woods. Freaking sprained his ankle, almost died or whatever. Like, had an arrow in his leg or something back in season 2. And then she was in the barn. She was a freaking walker. Oh my gosh.
They called her out the barn. She comes walking in the barn.
She just walks out. Oh my gosh. I was
dead.
Like, what? Like, what? No, like, how? She was in there the whole time, and it was just like, I was just my mouth dropped. I remember it was late at night and I was crying, and I was just like, no,
Bendy,
no,
no.
why? Yes.
No.
Like, what? Like, how? No, how could this be? I thought they were gonna find her. Like, I thought they were gonna find her, and then she's a walker. Like, when did this happen? When did she turn? Like,
they never had the backstory behind it. Like, we never know what happened.
There was no backstory.
Yeah,
exactly. We just had to guess, like, oh, like she got bit or she died or whatever. But she turned and was so devastating. Like, they tried so hard to find her. And Sophia, it's like, I can't believe that this happened to her. And she's just such a little beautiful spirit on the show. And then she's just
depressed.
It was depressing, yeah. Yeah. And it's just hard. Like, some reason I'm thinking about Beth now when she died. Because she was such a beautiful character in the show. Yes.
She got so gully at the end.
She got freaking gully at the end. Yeah,
God,
she freaking stabbed. What's her face? Angela. You know? Like, that girl.
Fuck you, doctor. You ain't shit.
Right?
Damn.
Right? Yeah. I think the character development on the show is really great. As to why you should watch the show. It's an incredible show. It's different. It's very unique in how you see how characters deal with the walker. Something I think one thing that I see a lot is that a character's one way in the beginning, like Carol. She used to be like this really shy, mousy woman who was abused by her husband, and she comes like this incredible, like they need her now. I think that's one thing about the show, the character development, and that's one thing I really love about the show, just how the characters change. You see them one way, and one day they just change, they evolve. They're like freaking like flowers in some sense, but like really G'd out flowers, like roses. They're beautiful. They have their thorns. If you prick them, you will get hurt. You know, and so you will get hurt. Don't mess with them. So that is just something influential about every character, and you just need to check it out if you haven't. If you haven't checked it out, you're crazy. Please do so you can have some sense and, you know, be a part of this amazing universe that is The Walking Dead. It's an incredible show. You will love it. Just seeing how, it's a great, almost like a sociological experiment in seeing how people change, how they grow, and how they deal with bullshit that they shouldn't have to deal with. Okay. And that's what I have to say.
Wait, what?
I hope you enjoyed it.
I want to marry him.
Yeah.